Well, cheers, I do buckaroos. How the heck are you? I am Tony Beer Whisperer. How the heck are you? So I'm having a Modelo Especial. I'm going to read a little bit from my other device here as I do the video. 4.4%. They don't give IBUs on this thing. It's probably inconsequential. It's probably not more than 10 if. Well-balanced taste, light hop character with a crisp, clean finish. Modelo Especial is characterized by an orange blossom honey aroma with a hint of herb. Modelo Especial contains water, barley malt, non-malted cereals, and hops. Now, I'm guessing that non-malted cereals means rice and corn, but, there you go. So let me set that down again. And let's have the beer. So I've got the beer poured here. I'm going to squeeze a lime into it, and I'm going to drink it how I used to drink a Tecate back in the day. I couldn't find Tecate, or I had to pick one up just for old time's sake. Anyway, you drop the lime in there, put a pinch of salt, and let it foam up a second. And if you're drinking out of the bottle, it'll go whoosh. Anyways, using my Bush chalice here. Cheers, y'all. Oh, so I love the aroma though that brings out. They mentioned the orange blossom honey aroma. Yeah, you do get that. More before I did all this other stuff to it. But yes, you get that you feel that lime, and actually that salt brings those other aromas to the front as well. So why am I drinking a Modelo? Well, yeah, mostly because I'm doing kind of a version of a barbacoa, shredded beef. We can do some shredded beef tacos. But I've got that cooking. I've also got some black beans cooking in here, and for flavor, I don't dice them up. I leave them whole in both. But I've got a whole poblano and a whole jalapeno. Now I've actually already pulled them out of the beans. Because I don't want it to get hot, but I want the flavor from that jalapeno and that poblano to get in there. And it smells like a taqueria in here, man. It's making me hungry, and I've got about 3-4 hours before that's going to be ready. Anyway, cheers, y'all. Oh, my daughter is calling my wife there.
Hello.
So yes, obviously that this contains rice and corn, but it actually feels just a little bit crisper than your average macro. This is a perfect hot weather beer, and it's about 100 degrees out there, which is why I'm inside the pub, as you can see. Actually, this isn't my real pub. This is the background, obviously. But yeah, I'm inside doing the videos today in the pub because man, it's hot out there. So I just come inside. Well, I started setting up. My wife and mother-in-law had to go out for a little bit, so I started setting video. But I had to wait till it was, drinking time appropriate. And they got back on me, man. Anyway, I do like this beer. To be honest with you, it's a perfect hot weather beer, which is why they drink beers like this in hot climates. The aromas are light but pleasant. The flavors are light but pleasant. And one thing I do appreciate about this beer that some macros will let you down is it doesn't have that really lazy, sickening sweet corn syrup finish. And one thing the salt does here, though, is it brings that effervescence up, and really it helps clean up the finish a little bit. It tightens up the carbonation. So there you go. Hey, I am Tony Beer Whisperer. We're in a taco. I'm Tomas the Beer Whisperer today, as I tried my hand at some Mexican food. Anyway, here's the skinny on that. I grew up in California. So I did learn how to prepare certain foods because I grew up in Southern California, from friends and neighbors, and so I did learn how to do that style of Mexican food out there. But then in the late '90s, I moved to Las Cruces, New Mexico, and then I learned that style, which is quite a bit different. And then in El Paso, Texas, I picked up a few tips as well. But Las Cruces, New Mexico, and even into El Paso, Texas, that isn't quite the Tex-Mex style. being so close to Juarez, you have that. That's how I first learned to fix the flat enchilada. I never had a flat enchilada before. I never had enchiladas montadas until I moved out there, which is an egg on top of flat enchiladas, which is beautiful, man. It's lovely. Anyway, there was a place out here, purchased tortilleria. They used to do the flat tortillas of the flat enchiladas. Now they roll them, but I loved when they first opened because they were more of a now they're a very nice restaurant. But I liked them before when they were more of a taqueria. You walk in there and they were making tortillas, and you could order a plate of food to sit down and eat, but you could also order some of the meat by the pound. And we would do that in a lot of cases, just to get the meat by the pound, and they give you the fixings on the side, and we'd go home and make some tacos. It was freaking awesome. But I missed that about El Paso and Las Cruces as well. But that's kind of the inspiration behind. My wife had we picked up a couple chuck roasts. And since it's not exactly roast weather, if you know what I'm saying, American roast weather, I thought it would be perfect to do those barbacoa tacos, man. Just a nice shredded beef taco, soft corn, top it with cilantro and onions and a squeeze of lime, and it's a perfect summer meal. Got some homemade black beans gonna go on them. That's why I wanted to have, well, a Mexican beer. You can do it without a Mexican beer, obviously, but I wanted the experience, man. Just like I was at a little Mexican taqueria. I almost said pub, but to little taqueria. So anyway, I am Tom the Beer Whisperer, beer evangelist, prolific beer drinker, purveyor, wisdom man. All around good guy. I think I just swallowed a lime seed though. That's probably gonna hurt later. Take it easy, guys. Have a good one.